We've got a coin! I found a coin!
Come on!
Wow.
It was a gold coin.
Yes!
A gold coin? Could this be the first solid evidence that an incredible treasure still lies buried deep within the Oak Island Money Pit?
Oh.
That's got some marks on the side of it. Let's see. Okay. There is wording around the outside of it.
Yeah.
Spit on it and just moisten it a little bit.
Well, there's writing on the outside. Wouldn't you say?
My eyes are horrible, I can't tell.
All right, this I gotta see.
Yeah.
Honest to God, a coin out of this spoils pile?
I think so. It's either a coin or a button.
There's marking around the outside, Marty. Look at that.
Put some water on that. Give me this. Give me the bottle. Give me the bottle.
I can read it! You can't.
Treasures found, friendships go out the window.
That's right.
I just want some info. Can you read the writing?
I think it says plated. What the hell would that mean?
If it says plated, it's a button.
What's it doing deep in the money pit? Almost an untapped area. It's highly meaningful. It's something out of place. It's in the money pit, very deep, in an area where it shouldn't be. Well, maybe that is a button. Well, I don't know. I mean, the reason you think it's a button is because it looks like there's...
It's like a little dimple in the
but
middle.
it's not, doesn't go through.
Yeah, and officers back in the day in the Army and the Navy in the 17 and 1800s, they used to wear nice gold-plated buttons.
Yeah.
And if it's a button, it's a cuff button.
A gold-plated British military button, possibly dating to the 18th century? Could this be further evidence of British military activity on Oak Island in the years before the money pit was first discovered in 1795?
Holy smokes.
Look at these.
Wow. All in one spot?
Yep.
Earlier this year, while searching an area of the island that was once owned by a former American slave named Samuel Ball, the team found a number of 18th century British coins, buttons, and other artifacts.
Now we've got to start putting things together. We've got a button, we've got coins, and this. Maybe this is some kind of camp.
Well, we are starting to zero in on something. Something happening here of substance in the mid-1700s.
Fred Nolan felt that the money pit was engineered, that it was done by a disciplined group of individuals. You know, where are you going to go? Who has all of those capabilities, if you will, at that time? It would be military.
If that little gold button predates the discovery of the money pit, then yeah, it is the most important thing dug out of the money pit since, well, maybe ever.
No, the fact that you found it, we're able to find it.
The fact that you found it is what's amazing.
Well, that's what you guys invited me to come to do.
You said you'd find gold, by God. You were supposed to find a tiny bit more than that, but that's okay.
Okay, DN 11.5.
Back in the money pit area,
Thank you, Colm. No problem. Top of 88, so we got 78 to 88. Let's see what it's giving us. Let's slice and dice.
Charles Barkhouse and geologist Terry Matheson are closely monitoring the drilling of borehole DN 11.5 now that it has reached the possible treasure zone between 80 and 120 feet deep.
Hey, Charles. Hey, Ian. Hey, Ian, how you doing?
How you doing, Terry?
Not too bad. Good to see you. We're down DN 11.5. We're down 78 to 88 feet. We're
Really
getting close. Yeah.
Oh, man. Whoa. I think I'm gonna pull this up. Just broke through something. Let's take a measurement on the pipe.
Ready?
What's going on over there?
Saying we're open 1.5 feet.
How we doing?
Hey, guys. So,
What's going on over there?
I was doing my run to 100.
Right.
Right at about 90 feet. Broke through something.
Wow. You got an open space 90 feet below grade?
Right. There's a void down there.
Wow. So we're just going to talk this over and think
Yeah.
how we're going to proceed. We're definitely going to want you to pause.
All right.
I think we better get Rick and Marty up here.
Sure.
And give them a call.
Absolutely.
We on pause, brah.
Hold on. Hey, Rick.
Whenever you get a call from the Money Pit drill program, you're excited. DN 11.5 is actually within the so-called treasure zone. The treasure zone we know has high gold values. We know the introduction of trapped air. We know voids in the area. It's exciting.
Rick's sharing out.
So you found it, and I can go home.
Well, we got something interesting going on here. Mike?
Colton?
Hey, guys.
Hey, loading the table.
Judging by the people gathered here, something happened.
When I walked up, everybody was smiling.
What's going on?
Come on down.
What do we got?
Mike, why don't you tell us what you saw or hit?
Right about 90 feet, I could feel the rods break through something, and it was open about 1.5 feet past my rods. So whatever I cored through probably fell out into this void.
So what is this?
This DN 11.5, it really seems to line up. DN 12.5 and DN 13.5, all in that east-west alignment, all have hit a structure at 94 feet below grade. Mike hitting this right now at about 90, that says perhaps we're at the top of the tunnel.
Because the team has recently encountered a believed tunnel at this same depth in 2 other nearby boreholes, which all line up with the garden shaft, could Terry Matheson be correct that they have intercepted another section of the structure? If so, could it be related to the large amount of gold that has been detected within the baby blob?
You've got to affirm whether or not it is a tunnel. And the only way to learn that is to pull the core.
Exactly.
Time matter.
Get us some core.
Time to find some treasure. Go get it, guys. Thanks.
Every time a bit goes down, every time we encounter a void, your first thought is this might lead us somewhere. To the long sought after answers, the long sought after treasure.
Get it.
Every single time. If we were to encounter a tunnel in close proximity to this shaft, or even at the base of this shaft, that's a real aha moment.
Got
Oh, he's got a big one.
Thank you.
All right, where'd you set down?
The end is 98.5.
Where did your void end?
The void ended at 97.
You had that much?
There's some wood, Terry.
Whoa,
We got wood at
lots
the
of wood.
bottom here. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we're into something.
It's all through there.
There's a pretty solid chunk in the middle of it.
There's wood all through this core.
I'm just gonna squeeze in there and get a wood sample. This sample right here, we don't need much. That sample should be fine. We're just gonna send it in the lab really quickly, just to see if there's metals in that wood.
Later that afternoon,
Laird.
So we have something to see?
Yes.
Rick Lagina and Craig Tester join Laird Niven and archaeometallurgist Emma Culligan in the Oak Island Interpretive Center for a highly anticipated scientific report.
We've got the XRF results from DN 11.5.
Oh, good. This definitely appears to be a tunnel, and it sure points towards the garden shaft. And then this specific area is where, you know, we've got a number of the most likely treasure area.
So-called treasure location.
Yeah,
Really?
this will be interesting to see what we see on this.
Over the past 24 hours, the wood sample recovered 1 day ago from borehole DN 11.5, which came from a believed tunnel some 90 feet deep that may be connected to the garden shaft, was dried out and then scanned by Emma using the X-ray fluorescence spectrometer, or XRF, a device that bombards objects with gamma rays, which can detect additional elements or metals that may be found on or within them.
Emma, so what are we seeing?
So we are seeing some very small quantities, so I had to do a lot of double checking. So all those are expected materials from our Oak Island. We have a lot of iron, manganese, titanium, calcium, potassium, aluminum. So these are all common things. Those are all what I would expect.
Naturally occurring.
Yeah, very natural.
Yeah.
But we are seeing some quantities of gold.
It shows gold.
Yeah, it's there.
Gold is the outlier.
Gold is yes, it's a very big outlier.
That's remarkable. Now we have singularly unique results from the application of that concept in two different modems, if you will, in the wood and in the water. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And this might connect you to where the treasure may be. This might connect you to a direction that you need to go. This is becoming very impactful.
The narrative's still going on.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The gold sampling of the water and now the wood is probably the thing that might carry the day this year. I mean, that was the hope. It was always the hope that it would lead to a location where we could do some exploratory drilling or digging and hopefully find the one thing. Will we find the treasure at the bottom of the garden shaft? I'm very hopeful. This might be the start of evidence, an evidence trail that's every bit as important as the water sampling has been to date.
Sure.
So we mustn't falter. What we always say is you won't find samples hidden here in the lab. Here's where you come up with the answers.
Yep.
So we'll get you more samples.
All right.
All righty?
Sounds good.
Okay.
Hey, Brandon.
There he is.
Morning, Alex, Rick.
How you
How's it
doing?
going?
Perfect timing. We're just getting started up with the probe drill.
Okie doke.
Cool.
Every new day on Oak Island begins with hope and excitement for brothers Rick and Marty Lagina, their partner Craig Tester, and the rest of their team.
Right there.
However, today has been especially anticipated as it marks the beginning of a new probe drilling operation that will be conducted from within the garden shaft by representatives from Dumas Contracting Limited in order to look for valuables just outside the structure. This dilapidated 80-foot deep shaft, which is currently being refurbished by Dumas, has not only yielded high trace evidence of gold through water testing, but may also set within mere feet of a possible treasure chamber connected to the original money pit.
It's exciting. I'm hoping for something very substantial in the garden shaft. This is where the treasure hunt actually begins.
So, Brandon, this is 55 feet, right?
Yes, sir.
So, close to that depth, when we were drilling, we hit a void in this area. So, just a heads up.
Wow, heads up. Surprise, surprise, man.
Surprise, surprise. How much do you think we're missing out of that last 30 feet?
I'd say approximately 10 feet.
Earlier this summer, the team drilled into a 10-foot high void located several feet southwest of the garden shaft.
This could be the indication of an offset chamber.
A void that Marty Lagina speculated may hold the fabled money pit treasure vault.
All good. Let's try her out. Okay. They're just lining up, getting it squared away.
Okay.
Now, since Dumas has reached a depth of 55 feet in the reconstruction of the garden shaft, they are about to manually probe drill a number of boreholes that will reach several feet outside of the structure in the hopes of reaching the void and determining just what it might contain.
If there is some sort of connection here, they need to know it and we need to know it.
If we get lucky, this will tell us.
Drill's going in now.
All right, but we're in business.
Yep.
In order to probe drill from within the garden shaft, the team from Dumas is using a powerful hydraulic earth drill equipped to penetrate hard clay, sediment, and rock. Although they are focused on finding the nearby void, they will drill a total of 3 holes in each of the shaft's 4 walls for a total of 12 at different angles in order to look for further evidence of man-made workings and potential valuables.
You're grabbing soil samples.
Yes, sir.
But the other thing is, when you cut through this tight lining, the old tight lining.
I would?
Yes, I would like that small piece on every hole.
Yeah.
I just wanted to put it in our XRF because we have detected high gold values in the area.
High gold values.
Right. My thought was wood would act like a sponge if we test the outside of the shaft. We know the water samples are indicating presence of gold. Well, certainly the wood should as well. We need to get busy.
Hi, guys. Charles.
Hey, Charles.
Big Bear Man right here might know.
Yeah. See, they're drilling right now.
Yeah. We're drilling from here. That's where we started here. Going clockwise.
Okay.
So I'll tell you what, guys, I'm very interested in these wood samples and soil samples. So I'm going to head down to the lab, bring them to Emma.
Take her off, buddy.
Yep,
It's all
I'll
you.
take her off. Okay, you guys are in charge. Anything comes up, give me a call.
Keep you posted.
Will do.
Thank you.
Hang on, Rick. See you
All
tonight.
right, see ya.
Yep.
The following morning,
Hello.
Oh my God, it's a crowd.
Hello, how you doing? Please.
Emma's got some news.
So you guys gave me these.
Right.
This piece right here, because it's small, I could do a map scan of it in the shortest.
What is that?
That's the garden shaft inner lining,
Okay.
the wood pieces.
The original shaft.
Yeah. And from this one, I detected gold.
Wow.
To confirm your theory is
Gold?
gold, yeah.
Gold in the wood? Yeah.
Gold.
Wow, that's wild.
Wow.
Yeah.
in the Money Pit area, archaeometallurgist Emma Culligan has just shared some astonishing news.
Yeah, I confirmed it. I had to make sure, but there's definite gold, yeah.
The wood samples extracted from a depth of 55 feet inside the garden shaft contain high trace evidence of gold.
What degree of accuracy do you believe that to be?
This one's accurate.
100%.
Yeah.
Well, there you go, guys.
And it's adhered to the organic material, the wood.
Yeah. 0.11%. So it's 0.1,
Well, yeah.
but still, that is enough.
This is huge.
Isn't that like a big number?
That's a big number for in my books, that's a big number.
It is, because it's a lot of parts per billion.
So, I mean, all we can do is continue, like, with the water to cross-check, like, check other samples, see if we can duplicate.
Girl can find gold, that's a superpower around here.
The results are incredible, fantastic, gobsmacking, to use one of Gary's terms.
That's huge, isn't it? Like, that's a
pretty
lot.
big- that's like significant.
Yeah.
We could be close to the actual treasure. We've got a little bit of time to pull it all together, and we're going to work together to do that. That's where we are right now. I'm hopeful.
We've always said that, you know, science had to be a real component of the search, and now this analysis is incredibly invigorating. Look at the smiles around the table. I mean, everybody's smiling, so it's a great component. And we always said that this shaft would provide a unique opportunity if we were humble enough and smart enough to learn from lost opportunities, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, I think we all owe Emma a round of applause.
Oh, God.
Find gold around here, you get applause.
Well, thank you for bringing the news. We appreciate it.
It's all good news, and search for the truth.
Absolutely. Find us some more.
Yeah, more gold.